We have been having this weather for the past 3 days, and weather forecast is that it will continue for the rest of the week, and today is only Friday. So, well, that's our weather. 3 days so far, can't go out because really, going out in this weather is absolutely no fun. So, 3 days of lockdown. So, what do? We have fun in the kitchen instead. Hi. With that weather condition that we have outside, the only place to have real great fun in the house is the kitchen. And today I have somebody very special coming home for lunch. And so, I have got myself this leg of lamb. And I'm gonna prepare it . I will remove all the excess fat, and then we will continue to examine what we have around here that will go on this lamb before it goes there. See you later. So, lamb leg. I have removed the excess skin, in fact, and left some of the fat, and then I've disconnected the lower part of the lamb. The excess skin is here, we don't need that. And now it is time to mix the spices that we need for this operation. We start with, I need a little bit of cloves, some cumin, coriander seeds, and we will let that toast for a short while. We want to feel the smell. It's coming out here. Yes, it is starting. Now, this goes here. With that, we put some garlic, some cardamom. You know, when you are an amateur cook like me, you're forgiven to mess up a little bit sometimes, but not completely. Some coriander, fresh coriander. I want particularly the part of the stems. Crush them with your hand and put them inside. And of course, we need some olive oil. Let's crush all of it together. Mind you, I have not put any red chilies yet, because I have to go slow on that, since we have in this house at this time a young woman. I don't want to say an old woman, I will be killed if I say an old woman. A young woman who happens to be my mother, somebody a few years younger than me, who does not appreciate hot spices. So I take that into account. Now we have got that turned into a paste. We'll add here some salt and continue banging. And because I'm not using any chilies here, I will use something that can substitute without being very strong. And that is these Yemeni spices. They will give a small bite, but not a big one. And of course, I will use turmeric, not that it adds anything much to the taste, but it adds perhaps to the flavor. Okay, we're done here. Now, don't be shy about this part. You've got clean hands, okay? And hands are the best tools in your kitchen. Don't be shy. Put all those spices, that mixture around everywhere. And if you need more, you can make more. If you have underestimated the quantity. But this quantity looks good. I am not cutting the beef inside. Sorry, I'm not cutting the lamb inside. I'm putting everything on top. Because after I do this, I'm going to leave this lamb in the fridge for 1 hour, so that all these ingredients, all these spices can find their way inside the lamb. Wash your hands. And here is our lamb in the fridge. One hour. See you later. So, this cooking has 3 stages. Stage 1 was that lamb in the fridge, which is now maybe about 20 minutes. I will bring it out. In the meantime, stage 2. We've got some onions here, and tomatoes, and tomato paste, and of course garlic. And here I've got duck fat. This is what I like to cook with. I recently came from Dubai 2 weeks ago, and I found this there. They have it, they don't have it here. So it's my favorite cooking fat. So we will cook there these whole ingredients, and let's see how that will be done. First, we put the fat. Let's hear the sizzling. Now, let's go in with it with the onions. Okay, now we have got here these onions. We don't want them to caramelize or creamalize or whatever. The word escapes me now. I'm too focused on the food. Where we add now tomatoes. Go in with the tomatoes. And of course, garlic. This would be equivalent to about a whole half a garlic. Piece. And we continue. I'm putting in here, as you can see, I'm putting lemon here. I've cut the lemon and I'm cooking it with the tomatoes and the onions and the garlic. I don't throw away those pieces of lemon. After I squeeze a lemon, I get the liquid, I keep this because I think that's where all the flavors are. Now let's add here a little bit of lemon. And some water. About maybe at this stage, about 1 mug should do the job at this stage. We'll need more later. Let it now cook. As it cooks, we will then add other things later as we go along. We cover it and let the fire and the cooking pot do the job while we clean up. So here we put some tomato paste. And now we'll give it a taste before we decide if we want to put salt or not. Because we put lemon, and I like to use lemon as a substitute for salt whenever I can. And this is one of those times because remember, in the meat there is salt. No, we need salt. Let it cook for a while. The salt gets mixed up better, and we continue. Meanwhile, keep the kitchen clean. So we've taken out the meat about 15 minutes ago, just to let it go down to room temperature. And now we're starting to bring everything together. Onions, I'm not removing the skin. I'm going to use them without removing the skin. Just the excess we don't need. everything else we need. So we put this, after testing it for salt, there. Put the onions with the skin. The skin is where the flavor is. Add some carrots. And I'm putting also some garlic, without cutting them, without chopping them. Let's remove the hard part. And now comes the big show. The meat here, and we put our meat this way. We don't cover it. Don't want to cover it. I want it like this. But I want to add more liquid, and that is broth. I'm going to put some more broth there. To enhance the taste, but also to ensure that the liquids we have there don't dry up too quickly and spoil everything. We will see how it comes out. Remember, my excuse is I'm an amateur cook. I am not a professional chef. That's my excuse. If it comes well, hooray. If it doesn't, I'm an amateur. Now we put this inside there at 150. That is going on it's now 150 degrees. I am going to use a probe, although I don't really need one because I know how much time at this temperature I need, but I'm still going to use a probe just in case. So the probe goes somewhere far away from the bone. I'm using a probe. I want this about maybe 70 degrees centigrade, whatever that is in Fahrenheit. That's the kind of well done or medium well, in fact. I want this. I know I want to keep it in the oven for about 3 to 4 hours also. So it is a question of checking and balancing every time as you go along. Let's put this now in the oven. So yeah. And set it up for 70 degrees centigrade. Down. $70 degrees centigrade. It's now 12 degrees centigrade inside. Let's see what will happen. We'll be back when it's either 70 or it's 3 hours. We are going to test the meat. We'll take this as an extra advice, but the real deal, the truth is there, not here. See you later. Okay, so as we said, there are 3 stages to this dish that I'm making today. Not necessarily, the third stage is optional, not necessary. After you have the meat, you can use it the way you want. But I am going to cook a pilau, what we call pilau in Swahili, in Zanzibar. And I'm using the word pilau because it is the Zanzibari way of cooking pilau that I'm going to use today. There are many different ways people are cooking pilau, but for me, the Indians have created the pilau, perhaps, but it was the Zanzibaris who perfected it. And today, I'm going to use the Zanzibari recipe of cooking pilau. Here is what we have. I have onions here, which I'm going to start by putting them, by frying them here. Again, using my favorite ghee. Onions in. Let the onions become soft. Okay, so our onions have become somewhat brown, not much. I don't want them to be completely brown. And now it is the time to add garlic. Garlic, mix it well, and cardamom. I have broken the cardamom so that we can get all that flavor of the cardamom, and then some cumin seeds. Sometimes you can use powder, but I prefer to use seeds. And of course, look at that. Look at the quality of that cinnamon. Oh, amazing. Real cinnamon. All inside. We are getting that smell that we are looking for. We are getting it. Now, our masala, well, not exactly masala, but our mixture that will flavor the rice, that will create the pilau, is almost ready. We are completing it with potatoes. The potatoes and the mixture mix well. Until the potatoes start to brown. I will be adding a little bit of oil because I'm running out of oil there. So let the potatoes come up with the nice brown color. A little bit of that, not too much. We are not going to cook the potatoes now. We don't want the potatoes to be cooked 100%. That process will happen when we add the rice and then we leave everything to cook. But for now, we just want this. So, our potatoes have a little bit come along, and now it's the time to add the elephant in the room, but no water yet, no liquids yet. That comes later. For now, we want to toast a little bit this rice together with all the ingredients that are there. Now we have mixed that very well. You can see here the rice and everything that is inside there has married very well. We add something else that is very important in this recipe, in this Zanzibari recipe for rice, some resins. Zanzibari pilau must go with resins. And I love resins more than anything, more than many people. So I tend to do a lot of it. But here now we have got the rice cooking a little bit, toasting rather. We've got the resins and we give it a few minutes to combine. Five minutes. We have this settling in very well. Now is the time to add some broth. This is chicken broth. I think the liquid, the water, the liquid soup or the broth is enough. We will leave it like that. Reduce the fire to 4. Slow and definite cooking. Close it. We'll look at it later. No Zanzibari pilau is complete without something called kachumbari. Kachumbari is a very, very simple salad, but a very tasty one. It's made up of onions, tomatoes diced, cucumber, and chilies cut to small pieces, diced, lemon, and some salt. That's it. And it must go with the pilau. Pilau is always served with this. If you happen to go to a home of a Zanzibari who offers you pilau but does not include kachumbari, then you have been shortchanged. If you enter one of those restaurants in Zanzibar, which now unfortunately have become more and more commercialized, and they are not really representing the true quality of the Zanzibari cuisine. But if you enter any one of them and they offer you a pilau without kachumbari, then you have been shortchanged. A little bit of salt because we're going to use lemon. So we're not going to over salt it. And now for the lemon to complete the mixture. This is a very, very simple salad, but it goes very well with kachumbar. Of course, lemon is discretionary, how much of it you want. You should have it. It is a must in the kachumbari. And salt, well, depending on how much lemon you put, but I would be careful about that. I prefer salt to lemon. And of course, let's see. I think we have nailed it. Our pilau is complete with the nice kachumbari. And now it's time to look at our rice. How is that doing? Here. We have just turned it around. Let's have a look at the cooking. Needs a little bit of more time. The meat. There it is. It's continuing. We just turned it. We give it another hour and then we'll be ready to serve. So, the moment of truth. Let's see what we have done here. Can we claim credit or should we blame it on somebody else? Maybe the oven. Yeah? Actually, this could be. This could be it. Look at that. Look at how it cuts. Yes. Now we are going to peel this off the bone. Maybe use the knife. We don't want to keep it outside to rest or anything. This is ready to eat. We need to cut it into small pieces and mix it with those sauces. Look at that. Test some of that. Very nice. And so here we are. The lamb leg has become cooked to a very soft texture and a very tasty one. The pilau has also been cooked to a texture where the rice falls off. You can count the rice, see, individually, and this is what real pilau should be like, where you can actually individually split the rice. And we have our kachumbari, and it's here, ready to go. Thank you very much, and I hope to enjoy this. I hope if you try, you might also enjoy it.